Throughout history, different cultures have come up with their own ways of ruling. One special way of ruling is Buddhist kingship, where leaders combine their power with spiritual wisdom to govern their people. It all started with a wise and good man named King Mahasamatha. Long ago, during a time when people were struggling and didn't know how to get along, they picked Mahasamatha to be their king because he was known for being fair and kind. They believed that being good in past lives made him the right choice for a king, someone who could bring peace and order. In Buddhist thinking, being a king isn't just about wearing a crown and giving orders. A king's job is to look after the Dharma, which means he has to make sure everyone is treated right and lives in a fair world. This kind of king is called a Dharma Raja or a Chakravartin, and he's expected to lead by example, showing kindness and fairness to all. One of the most famous of these kings was called the Universal Monarch. People believed he would bring a golden age of peace and happiness. The symbols that go with this king, like a wheel, a jewel, and an elephant, are not just fancy royal stuff, but have deep meanings about how a king should rule wisely and well. As the centuries passed, the concept of Buddhist kingship continued to evolve, influenced by changing times and new interpretations of ancient texts. Scholars and monks debated and documented the role of a king in maintaining societal balance, stressing that his governance must align with Buddhist principles. They thought that caring for people's hearts and spirits was just as important as making sure they have what they need in their daily lives. This integration of secular and spiritual roles was vividly portrayed in the royal traditions of Tibet and Bhutan. In these lands, kings were not merely political figures, but were seen as living embodiments of Buddhist values. They were expected to meditate on compassion and govern with a benevolent hand, even as they held the reins of political power. Bhutan is a great example where this tradition is still alive. The kings there are seen as both leaders and spiritual guides. They try to be like bodhisattvas, which are heroes who help others reach happiness, showing everyone how to live together in peace and respect. Today, the kings of Bhutan still follow these old traditions. Bhutanese rulers are regarded not only as political leaders, but also as spiritual patrons, embodying the virtues of a bodhisattva. They work hard not just to be powerful, but to make their country a better place by caring for nature, keeping their culture alive, and helping people live happily. So Buddhist kingship is much more than an old story. It's about leaders who rule with kindness and wisdom, always thinking about how to make the world a better place. It shows us that the best leaders are those who care deeply for their people and lead with a gentle heart.